Governor Eddie Calvo is hoping a third time's the charm. In the first budget, the Democrats removed his $343 million bond proposal to pay out all past due tax refunds. His second budget restored the $343 million, but that again was shut down by the Democrats. Then last night, the governor sent down what he calls a compromise bill. The island's chief executive calls his new measure a compromise by leaving the Democrats' version of the budget intact, with the exception of removing the lockbox provision the administration has been critical about. The new proposal also calls for a $239 million bond, of which $187 million will go toward tax refunds and $20 million for the remainder of the COLA debt. The new bill also includes a second bond series authorization, allowing the governor to go back to the bond market next January or February to pay off the remainder of the past due tax refunds and a portion of 2011 refunds.
This is something that I didn't want to do, but it's the best alternative to what we have potentially in front of us. I made a commitment we're not going to have this government shut down. And one thing is for sure, if we don't have a budget passed, it will have major impacts on the people and this community.
Governor Eddie Calvo believes his new budget is a better alternative than the Democrats' budget, which he vetoed last week, which included the lockbox provision that diverts $100 million from the business privilege tax to pay for refunds that are not due until January 2013. Vetoed Substitute Bill 145 also includes Senator Ben Pangalinan's $180 million bond proposal, which pays out only $120 million in past due refunds. Republican Senator Chris Duenas, who was an early proponent of the governor's $343 million bond, says the new bill shows great promise and appears to keep intact the governor's intentions.
The first series, certainly as it's written right now, takes care of all the taxpayers from 2010 and back, and I think that's very important to pay our people what we owe them, so it looks like a very reasonable approach.
It was Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz who was first to caution that the governor should wait to borrow such a large amount of money until next year after Washington begins slashing federal spending. The Vice Speaker plans to amend the governor's new bill to mandate his Deficit Elimination Commission review the impacts of the federal cuts when Congress starts placing items on the chopping block in December.
I'm just concerned about, my major issue is whether or not it's fiscally responsible to even do anything right now, if we can just wait. But if they want to go forward, the second series at least has to be contingent on waiting for our Deficit Elimination Commission to look and see what the U.S. Congress has done.
Today, much of the second special session was spent off camera reviewing the new bill. The legislature is working on the details of Bill number 12S and will communicate back to the governor's office of any concerns they might have. Majority Leader Rory Respicio today said the legislature is ready to work with the governor by saying, quote, "It's the governor's intransigence that has placed us in this predicament. He is the one who said, 'I will not compromise.'" By acknowledging Vice Speaker Cruz's concerns, the governor recognizes that a compromise is necessary and the upcoming fiscal actions of Congress could present enormous challenges to Guam, end quote. Lawmakers spent most of today behind closed doors. As of 5 minutes ago, they still hadn't convened in special session.